I am John Davis Marshall, your lifestyle architect. Welcome to another episode of Wisdom to Wealth. Each Thursday, we bring you Finance Matters. Please subscribe, comment, and like this video and share it with all of your friends. If my coaching can benefit your professional life or my counseling can benefit your personal life, then extend your experience with me. You may do so by way of my website, pms123.com. And while you're there at my website, check out Wisdom Wares, which enable you to make a positive, powerful public statement without ever opening your mouth. And subscribe to Matters Magazine. It is a monthly magazine that contains inspirational articles. Regularly, we have articles in there about finance matters. And while you're there, purchase your copy of this book, Show Me the Money, 7 Exercises that Develop Economic Strength. As a matter of fact, that's the book we're going to be talking from in just a moment. So when you purchase your copy of the book, you not only get the information that I will share with you here, but you'll get a wealth of information that will help you have the financial and economic strength and stability that you have long desired. We've been talking about how to get there, how to get out of this mess that we're in. One of the things that keeps us in this mess is impulsive inaccuracy. We run headlong to not keep a record of what it is that we have. When I do premarital preparations with couples that are planning to be married, I give them the assignment. And the assignment is to create a budget. Come back to the next session with your budget and the spouse's budget. You can kind of learn how to combine them. And I noticed that when they return for their next session, but they've not put their budget on paper, I automatically know that they're in financial trouble. Because there's something in their subconscious psyche that says you don't want to know how bad you are. And if you put it on paper, you're going to see it and you're going to feel bad. It's amazing the excuses people make up when they come back for their next session as to why they don't have an accurate record of their financial and their economic strength. See, this attitude of impulsive inaccuracy says, I gotta have it now, but I do not know what I have to get it with. This is the attitude that caused people to keep writing bad checks. I've had people that I was counseling and helping them with their finances. They were paying $18 a month, the minimum payment on a charge card, but their check was bouncing every month and they were paying a $25 bounce check fee. Now, what sense does that make? On an $18 bill, you're paying a $25 bounce check fee every month. They were suffering from this attitude, impulsive inaccuracy. I've even had people to sit up and argue with the bank or argue about the bank. I know I had money in there. I don't know why they keep bouncing my checks. Really? You are a college graduate and you don't know why your checks are bouncing? Impulsive inaccuracy. This very dangerous attitude will lead you to economic ruin. The notion that the less I know about my resources, the better off I will be is absurd, yet it lodges in the consciousness of many adults. Instead of leading to economic contentment, it leads to economic discontentment. You almost would think that no one would be so empty-minded. But I wish I had $1 for every person that fell in this category. They really don't want to know where they are. And I give them exercises so they can keep up with their finances, but they just won't. Most people make that mistake because they actually think that their financial lot in life is due totally to the amount of income that they have. I have to remind people that's not true. Remember, even millionaires go broke. But I've discovered that the more money people have, if they keep it, the closer tracking they do to manage their money. Impulsive inaccuracy says, I got to have it now, but I don't know what I have. The notion of the less that I know about my resources, the better off I am. You are rapidly running toward ruin. Jesus knew what he had before he fed the multitudes. In John chapter 6, before he multiplied the food, he knew what he had to start with, and he knew what they had at the end. They took up 12 baskets full of food at the end of that miracle. Joseph knew what he had before the famine in Egypt. See Genesis chapter 41. The Levites knew what they had after they required the temple and used it to make the utensils for the house of the Lord. See 2 Chronicles chapter 24. My friend, impulsive inaccuracy, however, says that this type of accounting is not needed, neither before nor after the project, but it will quickly lead you to ruin, as many people have discovered. But how do we counteract these dangerous, destructive attitudes? If you keep reading this book, Show Me the Money, you'll discover it. We'll learn about God's economic system, and it's different from ours. It'll reveal the 7 exercises that will help you control your finances. If impulsive indulgence, impatience, and inaccuracy are all too familiar, then my friend, you must make a decision. You must make a decision today. Ask God to help you to understand and apply his principles that are outlined in my book, Show Me the Money. If debt and bad financial attitudes have kept you in bondage for such a long time, the time has now come to break these chains. Please notice, help is on the way. But it all begins with you making a decision. You, my friend, must make a decision. You must make a decision to move from financial stress to financial stability. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. I highly recommend you pursue that feeling. But in order to pursue that feeling, you got to make a decision to cure the impulsive attitudes. Remember, I am your lifestyle architect. Thanks for taking the journey with us today with Wisdom and Wealth. If my coaching can benefit your professional life, or my counseling can benefit your personal life, then you ought to extend your experience with me. You can do that by way of my website, pms123.com. And while you're there at my website, purchase yourself a copy of this book, Show Me the Money, 7 exercises that develop economic strength. You'll have the information that I've shared, plus a wealth of other information as well. While you're there, subscribe to Matters Magazine. Check out Wisdom Wares, which enable you to make powerful, positive public statements without ever opening your mouth. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, comment on this video, like this video, and share it with 100 people. Indeed, it is true. A better you begins with a grace view of God. That's why we want you to be gripped in his grace and mesmerized by his mercy.